If you want to see how this turns out, bearing in mind this is nowhere near finished yet, stick around, because there's lots and lots to do, and some secret hidden bits too. So, hello, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then hi! I am making that set of drawers for a start, and I have no instructions because silly me didn't download them. I have an X tool now. Yeah, very expensive, but very worth it. And we'll be able to eat in about 18 months. So, yes, I did cut this off the X tool, and I am going to say this, it is dead easy. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Admittedly, every time I've gone to try and cut something, I have forgotten how to do it, so the hubby has had to kind of sort of step in when my brain just goes, duh, because it does quite frequently. Once it's into my, onboard system, my muscle memory, then, all's good. But seriously, it is easy. So I found this on Xtool's little gadget thing on the internet. That's as far as I'm going tech-wise, I'm sorry. And I thought, oh, that'd be ideal to put on the book that's going to be in the story. Now, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who came to the 3 lives, who's watched the 3 lives, who's given their input towards the story, towards the build. There is a heck of a lot of work to go in this, but I want to make it brilliant. I want to make it as good as how you made me feel during those lives, because yes, they are scary, and I still have the collywobbles, and I was just amazed by all the ideas, the kindness people showed, the laughs we've had, and wow, there is so much to unpack with the story. I haven't started the story yet because I want to get at least halfway through this build before I get into the story, because I want to be able to see it, if you know what I mean. Basically, I can see the build coming together now. I couldn't before, and it was doing my head in. But now there's more bits and bobs added to it. I've now painted stuff and made it look more like furniture, like a room. It is getting there slowly, yes. Thank you to all my members and my subscribers. You are all absolutely fantastic, and thank you all for being here. Because like I said, those 3 lives were, I'm going to say it, they were epic. For me, they were epic. The first or the second one, I was going to cancel because I wasn't feeling great. Things have been going on in the background, and I was basically going to hide. And Annie said, it'll do you good. So I did. And it did. You lot are absolutely amazing. I'm not a very mushy person, but I love you all. And that'll do. Before I throw up in my own mouth. You all know me by now if you've been watching me. I am not a mushy devil. I'm not a cuddly person, unless it's kids and animals, because they see you as you are. Adults freak me out. So when I say that, I mean it. You're absolutely brilliant. This thing drove me bats. And I mean drove me bats. I couldn't figure out where to put the legs. That I couldn't figure out how that from the picture, because I was just looking at the picture because I didn't get the instructions because I'm a fool. It didn't make sense to me. But once I started building it, I'm thinking, oh, well, that goes there and that goes there. The drawer doesn't quite shut. Door? Did I say door or drawer? I meant drawer. I'm not quite sure what I said. I'm sorry. But I don't want it to shut anyway because I want it to be half open. So that's not a problem, because I want to put something inside it. And what goes inside it is coming out of everybody's ideas in those lives. So there will be some little things to look at and pull out, because I'm not going to stick down what's inside there. I haven't quite figured out which bit or what part is going to be in there. I have kind of got an idea, but it's definitely from all your ideas and the lives. They are just amazing. I keep saying it. There is going to be a piece of furniture that I show you in here that is now being taken out. I think it's far too big for this room, especially as now I have to make a coffin sofa. Yeah, which, because you all decided it's going to be a living space, I have to somehow make it turn into a bed. That bit's not the problem, it's just making the actual coffin shape itself. Yeah, that. I was originally going to cut out a fireplace for this room too, but I have had to adapt that because the fireplace I was looking at, it would have taken up quite a lot of space no matter how much I shrunk it down. So I have made it more old-fashioned, which basically is what this should be anyway, with just by putting a mantle and a shelf above it. So I can put cookery bits on, like little pots and pans. There will be eventually a cauldron and like a little proper cooking area, but we all know it's also to create spells too, you know, and medicines and potions and things like that. But you know, why use a cauldron for just one thing? So there will also be a fire in that fireplace, and the table that's going to be finished off in this is not going to be on the table. I think I need another one because I'm going to have to add more and more little tiny bottles and little tiny things. I need to make a monocle, which shouldn't be hard. I mean, I say that. Oh, my head's already popping with ideas on how to make that. Okay. And things have got to be left on a desk as well. I am going to see if I can find a little old-fashioned desk. Maybe like a bureau? I don't know. I might just need a flat desk to put things on. But we'll see. There's lots of things going off in my head for this build, and even contemplating the dragon on the roof, I'm still not sure about that. Especially as, although the roof is very sturdy, it's got to be something quite light. I've also got to add greenery and make it look a bit dilapidated. I mean, don't get me wrong, it already looks a bit broken down because I've put all the aquacast bits on the walls, so it looks like the plasters fell off. Excuse me, I do apologise about that. I'm losing my voice. We've also got a pile of plaster from the rooftop where it's fell in. That's where the greenery is going to come through, I think. And I'm also going to add lights into that greenery because, well, why not? I don't know how it's going to work, but it will. So at the end of this, you will notice there's a video, and I'm just going to play music on that last bit because, well, it's very atmospheric. I quite like it. And I can see in my head how this is working now. Now this table is going to be 2-set table. So it's going to be a display table for butterflies, and that's what I'm drawing right now, is teeny tiny butterflies. I could have printed them. I could have. I didn't. I doodled them. And then I cut out each one painstakingly with the tiniest pair of scissors. I think it was the tiniest pair of scissors. And you can probably see I have all my nails here. Now missing 3 due to this build. But that's fine, because I want to pop off anyway. I want to try some more ones, because these are all split down the middle. But I kind of guesstimated where the butterflies would fit on the actual piece. So then I took the pieces of paper and made them so they'd fit. And I'm losing my voice again, I'm sorry. And then hopefully be able to stick them back in again. Now, I do faff. I do apologise. I do faff. And I probably could have sped this bit up a bit, because you can't really see what I'm actually drawing. Well, I can't, because it's on a smaller screen than what you may see it on. I don't know. Especially if you're watching it on your TVs. Oh, and there is a barcode at the end where you can actually subscribe on your TV. Not a barcode, a QR code. I'm thinking I'm in Tesco's. Oh dear. Not that I shop in Tesco's, not very often. But I'm going to colour each and every one of these butterflies in. And I'm using Sal's pen that she sent me. Oh, it's beautiful. I loves it. And now they've cut them all out, and I'm trying to get the glue out. I faffed with that as well. So, again, trying different angles. But now all you have is my hand. So, for some reason, I sillily, is that even a word? Tried to do it while they were in the actual table, instead of putting them on first. I mean, why do things easy when you can do them the hard way? So, I'm going to speed you up and stick every butterfly on here, but I'm not going to put them flat. I want them to have a little bit of wiggle room, make them look a bit more as though they want to jump off the actual piece. It doesn't look like that, to be honest. And I'm going to put some perspex on, not perspex, it's basically plastic. I don't know if you watch me do the Miniverse, but it's the plastic from that. Because I don't throw anything away if I can use it. I know. I'm like a squirrel. A badly hoarding squirrel. So they fit in there nicely. And I wasn't going to glue them in, but I changed my mind. And I did. So now I need to make the plastic a little bit bigger than the actual table. So I draw around it with a fine liner. It's not neat. None of this furniture has to be perfect. In fact, the wobbly the better. The more battered and beaten up. It's all supposed to have been there for a long, long time and overused and just loved, you know. Really old furniture that's been used and loved. So I cut off all the black lines and try and make it as neat as possible, because the lines I actually drew were not. And I can see it's way too big, so I just quickly measure again and I stick these in with the glue. It's much better with the glue. So then if I tip it up, it's not going to all flop about. And yes, I tip it up quite a few times, because I'm a clumsy moo. So I'm going to put that on there, make sure they're all pressed down. Ender pens is fantastic. Just give it a quick push. And I'm just pretending to write little words underneath, so it looks like they're specimens. And it's just basically squiggles, really, because the eye cannot read something that tiny without a magnifying glass. Oh, maybe I should have done it with a magnifying glass. That's a thing I could think of when I do the book. Oh, see, ideas again. Just popping, whizzing. I'm really getting into this. And with everybody's input, it's amazing. I do love it. It's really got me fired up. And I'll be honest, I've been feeling a bit, nah, not know what to do. What should I do? Do this, do that. Views have gone down, likes have gone down. But again, I've never been here to make loads of money, because you don't. I've just been here to keep myself sane, which has been difficult with a lot of things happening. But I can for once say my head's now finally clear of certain things, and it's lovely. This is just a brown. Is it burnt umber, I think? Oh, somebody said in the comments, I think it was Coyote, what is an umber and why is it burnt? And that fair made me chuckle. I'm like, well, yeah. And why is Payne's grey almost black? Why is it called Payne's grey? Why can't we just have dark grey, light grey, medium grey, or red, light red, dark red? Why do we have to have strange names? It's very odd. I mean, I get mustard yellow because it looks like mustard. So, you know, and grass green, although there's so many green colours for grass, it's a bit odd too. I don't know. Now, I've realised this is way too dark. Yeah, too dark. So I'm thinning it out a little bit and finishing off the rest. And it still ends up being dark. So, you know, it still looks quite cute. But you can see the glue. But again, that's okay because it gives it its little rustic charm. Now, this was too light. So I do add some more. There we go. It looks so much better when it's darker and they all match. With these legs, I basically just broke up a couple of coffee stirrers and just stuck them to the sides. Used the coffee stirrers to make them a bit stronger. Now, I think that circle on that drawer came with this one. It could have come with the other one I haven't tried yet because I cannot remember what it is. This is me getting all excited over the fact of going next door, cut out loads of stuff, put them into separate little packets, and then thought, but what is it? Because I never saved any of it. So, lesson learned. Get the instructions, put them into separate piles with those instructions, and then you'll know what you're doing. Gert. Yeah. How long do you think that'll last? So I'm giving this a really good couple of coats because it's soaking in nice, but I want it to be dark. It needs to, all the wood and the floor needs to sort of match a bit, give it some sort of atmosphere, so the walls then stand out. This was just spare bits of wood from using the X tool and little bits of sticks that I've already got from previous projects. It is supposed to be a set of shelves, but it's wonky as heck, which again, I like it like that. I'm going to put little bottles on, some little pumpkins. Well, they're not pumpkins, they're seed pods actually, but they look great as pumpkins. Came with a potpourri set. They don't smell any anymore now, but you know. And then I looked at this and I thought, this is not dark enough. It does not match. I need it to match. So I paint this to match, and this was already made from the kit. This one was easier to put together, even though I think I've got the bottom cross-hobbled with the top. I did try and put some legs on it. Didn't work. Because I don't measure. I really don't measure. I should have put some beads on the bottom. That would have been a lot easier. So when I put legs on it, it just kind of fell over. It actually doesn't need legs, so, you know. And this is the one that I'm going to paint, distress, put like mouldy bits on, and then realise that takes up half the room. I don't think that's going to work. So, yeah, that's not staying. And now we have a different angle. And this is the portal. Now, this is where I lose another nail. It just goes flying, but it's going in the back of there, and that little set that's on the tabletop flat is going in front. That's going to be the door that opens up to another portal. And stick around to the video because it does something nice. Kind of spooky nice. I like it. I was playing. I made it a bit Coraline through the door thing. But yeah, and I tried to do that whole Katie cornering job on this wood. I could not figure it out. My brain would not do it, and my husband wasn't around to annoy. He would have done it in seconds. I failed maths. I did. I got a ungraded. I've never had very good spatial awareness either, so I just kept looking at these pieces of wood thinking, how the heck do you do corners? So I cheated, and in the end I just cut them straight and then just pushed them into each other. Now, these 3 walls are the only walls that need skirting boards, because the fireplace wall is faux brick, faux stone, not faux brick, that has been plastered. And I didn't want to put wood in front of the fireplace because I do want some sort of little hearth, just to put the cauldron on. Maybe. I have done something, not in this video, but I have made one, and I'm not quite sure it's big enough to stick on a cauldron. So we'll have to see if I need to extend it. So I'm matching the skirting boards to the floor. At the minute it doesn't look the same, but it will, because I'm going in with a brown, the burnt umber, and then I go in with a more reddy brown. And I'm not going to varnish this wood. I have only put a little varnish on the floor, just in patches, so it looks worn. And I love the fact it looks like the staining on the wood. I don't know how I did that, I really don't. It just looks really nice. It looks very used, and yeah. When you look at it close up, and with hardly any lighting on, it looks like a proper room. I'm a bit impressed with myself, I must admit. And I can see just where this is going. And I'm excited. I really am excited. Now I'm going in with the darker brown because I really should have gone over those edges of the cardboard with more kitchen roll to stop the edges looking so rough. But then I thought, well, no, because it's the beams. Because obviously this is an attic, so there's another floor underneath. So it's the beams in between the floors. That's my theory. And I do have to dingy up the plaster that's fell on the floor. And now I'm just putting a little few darker patches just to make the wood look even more worn. And I wanted them to look a bit darker too, but not neat, just worn again. So I'm also putting in some darker bits on this trapdoor. And this trapdoor, I think I'm going to glue the rug to it, so then you don't know it's actually there, but you can actually sort of roll a bit of the rug back and open that trapdoor. When I say trapdoor, it's not really a trapdoor, it's where things are going to be hidden. And yeah, I have made a crate, but I didn't use it in this video because I think I need to make a separate video for that because it's going to look cute. Whatever's in my head anyway. It might be creepy, but you know. And then I realised that when you open the door, you don't want to be seeing cardboard. So I've painted it black, added a bit of brown, a few lines here and there, let it dry, and there you go. So when this is dried, I pop it back in, give it a bit of a squash, And yeah, that piece is not staying. And I don't know where to put things. I put that in the doorway because I thought maybe it could go there in the hole. I mean, I don't know. There's so many ways I can put this furniture, but it still needs more furniture and that less. So yeah, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna dingy that up. I'm also gonna put these shelves up, which were made from little sticks and a lollipop stick. And I can't tell if that's straight because of the angle I'm trying to put it in. I can't even tell if it's straight when I've got my head in the actual thing, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna do a mantelpiece too. But yeah, I just want to say thank you again. You're all absolutely fantastic. I am so chuffed. So if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up, and we'll try and get the next installment out soon. I do have a video on Tuesday, but I think Thursday I might do a bit more towards this. So you'll have to let me know what you think. But look, I'm in my element here. So yeah, give me a thumbs up, like, comment, share, hi, all the nice stuff. And I'll leave you to watch this. Bye bye.